Hey, happy Monday. Great to be back with you. It's the Trigger Rich Bontrager with 2 p.m. with the Trigger. And a new month. May has officially arrived. Where did this year go? where did this year go already? Like, boom. Man, I hope you're able to breathe and get through these days because it's crazy. But part of the fun is I get to do these amazing events. I love emceeing, hosting, co-creating. I love rocking the stage with amazing people. And it's all part of what we do at Rock the Stage Media is to help you shine on camera and shine on stage so you can elevate you and your brand authority through amazing events in person, hybrid, virtual. And one of the great people I can get to do this with is Shannon Peel from Market Appeal. And we are once again launching off. Today was day one of another one of our symposiums. She's the secret sauce that makes it work. I'm just the pretty face. Shannon Peel, welcome back to 2 p.m.
Well, we need that talent. We need you to come and bring that professionalism, bring up that energy, and make it special, because that's exactly what you do as the host of these events.
So we have a brand new one. It's the man in the 21st century. Sounds like a Glenn Fry song.
Yeah. It's funny because I keep getting a bit of pushback, like especially from older men. Well, I'm too old to be woke, or I'm this, or what was a man's summit or event doing being run by a woman? And, I get it. There's a lot of angry men out there that are feeling attacked. And modern man in the 21st century does not necessarily mean woke man. It means having a conversation about what it is to be a man living in the 21st century, and whether the problems that they're having, the frustrations, the anger, and those thoughts of suicide, which is what we talked about today.
Well, right. And we had one of our amazing, wonderful people who was joining us here at 2 p.m., giving us a shout out. Yeah, these are great events. Shannon and I are thrilled to be working together. This really has been a lot of fun doing these events. Is this our third or fourth? It's already blurring my lines.
Fourth.
This is already the fourth. So.
Yeah, we're coming up on book number 4. Book number 3 is about to go out, and then as soon as this event is over, which will be this week, I'll be starting to work on book number 4.
So this whole event is focused on men, and like I said, Shannon creates the back end, the website, and this amazing book we're going to talk about again. But she also creates most of the event functionality of what we do. I literally do get a step up on stage where she does all the hard work. But we share it on social. We have a lot of fun. We do a lot of PR. But this event, here's the QR code that you can join us and scan for it, because today was day 1. Day 2 is going to be tomorrow. But it really is focused on men's health and finding ways to navigate, because as we heard today from 3 great speakers, the world's change and the expectations, or the belief of the expectations of men, has radically changed, and it's causing a lot of mess.
It's causing a lot of mental health issues for both men and women, believe it or not, because women are stuck in that we think this is what a man is and this is what we want from a man, but then we're attracted to this in a man, and they fall down and we fall down, and then we have this great big thing called divorce, and it's rampant in our world today. That most people are divorced in our world, especially within the next generation and the younger baby boomers and the older millennials, who are all coming into that middle age or out of that middle age. We're all experiencing this right now, and it's very tough. And we talk about women and their struggles,
but not men, because big boys don't cry.
Well, it's almost like men, we don't allow you to talk. We don't allow you to have these conversations. And one of the things we were talking about today is men putting up a front around men, because they have to behave in a way that they know that if I behave a certain way, I'm going to get hazed by the men around me. So I got to look, I can't cry, I got to be tough. But the minute I'm alone, or the minute I'm in a room with a woman that I trust, I can now break that veneer and allow myself to feel, which was an interesting thing to learn about men.
Well, and it was so interesting because one of our speakers today is a female working on a construction site. First time I met her, she had the hard hat. She was calling in from the work shed. But she's there to help the men deal with all this, the baggage, the questions, the doubt, the fear, the anxiety while they're on the site going, ugh, we can't talk about it. And she's working with them to help them break that. And it's great to hear those type of conversations and real conversations that are going on.
Well, I like the fact that what she's talking about is supporting men where they are by and who they are as men. Not saying, okay, you're a man, you're doing it wrong. We need to make you more like this, and then we're going to help you. No, she meets them where they are on that construction site. And these aren't small little construction sites that she's on. She's on huge construction sites, and she works with unionized workers, which is a totally different ballgame, and a lot of red tape between her and the men that she helps. And she's got to navigate all of that as well. So it was a really interesting look at men at work and how they feel they need to show up at work.
Well, and again, society is colliding with emotion, family upbringing, new writings. I'm going to be speaking later on the week, and I think I might pull the landmine out and just pull the pin and throw it on the table. But I'm going to talk about the impact of movie and TVs and men, and how even the media is impacting the portrayal, the expectation, and the change of men. There's so many angles here, Shannon, that this is a great symposium. As we saw a topic, or we saw Chad a minute ago saying it's a great topic. It really is a great topic.
It is. Speaking of that, I was watching a TV show, and the storyline was she was pregnant. They weren't married. This is an oops, folks. She was pregnant, and he was trying to support her, and she wouldn't let him because she had to do it on her own. This is her body, her thing, her decision. And he's kind of like out here, and the whole conversation was, that's okay. It's his feelings don't matter. What he wants in life in this situation doesn't matter. He's just got to kind of show up kind of quietly and say, hey, I'm here to support you. Take the abuse that she was giving him and continue on. And that is the norm for this storyline. Like, that is okay. This is the way it's supposed to be. And that kind of, as a mom of a son, I kind of go, whoa, wait a minute here. It takes two to make a baby. It takes two to raise a baby. Maybe we should allow them to be part of that conversation. Now, I know a bunch of women out there just cringed and said, what the hell, Shannon? But I don't know what the answer is. I really don't. And that's what these events are about. We had one for women. We have one for men. There is a community around all my events where people come in and they talk about that topic. So the Modern Man one will enable men to come in and have these discussions or find solutions and support. I get that you're not going to sit there and have a discussion, men. I mean, you're not women. But you may want to leave a comment here and there about a topic. You may want to talk about the event that you just, or the topic at the event that you just heard. Maybe you have a question you want an answer to. So all of that is within the community itself.
Well, we've got the community, and they're growing, and different events, different symposiums have different communities, but you can also cross-pollinate in the other ones. So even though you come in through one of the men's ones or some of the standout type of event, you can jump to other ones. And as we just saw from comments here, again, this is a great topic. People are talking about the women's side, the men's side, the intersecting of it all. That's what our speakers talked about today. It is. We do want to take on hard topics with our symposium. Neither one of us want to just do fluff. We want to do important, meaty, life-changing things that people are going to come to. And even during our symposium, people are dropping the chat, questions, comments, how the statements, how the speakers are impacting them live in the moment. This is great stuff.
Yeah, I've never been in my podcast and everything. I've never been accused of being fluffy. It's wow, that's a hard question. Oh, you went there? Because I'm curious and I want to know the deeper story. It's never been about the surface for me. So I think it is very important to have those conversations, to go deep into them in safer places. and the events are just a stepping stone. Then the book is another place, and the community is another place. And I expect people to find each other and go even deeper into these conversations in order to help them find their own truth to create an appealing life, career, or business.
Well, and again, this is a 3-day event. We do have speakers every day. And it is not just a speakers event where you're done speaking and you go home. Like you said, we're helping you to get your reach out further. We're helping you to give a digital book that you can add to your arsenal, add comments, add video, and it's an evergreen, ever living book. There are the interactiveness of the community that you, after you speak, you can go in there and keep digging, keep growing as the groups grow. And plus, we're also going to chop up this stuff into micro social media and keep using it as lead magnets as well. So this really is a done for you community, event, and book, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a marketing channel. It is a marketing funnel. It's a multi-platform marketing funnel, which takes in and Rich's social media, my podcast, Rich's show here at 2 p.m. with the Trigger, my website. It takes in social media websites and the email newsletter. It also, wherever PR, press releases, and reaching out to journalists that talk about that topic. It's also about reaching out to them and finding different tributaries in that river of content or of traffic to the community, to the book, to the speakers, so that people who are looking for a solution can find the support, and people who are looking to support people can find the people to support.
I love getting the chat to the chat box. Thank you very much for dropping these in. And again, Leslie says it this way: you have to stay curious.
Mm-hmm.
And we've heard that from the speakers, from the people in the forums, from the people that are live on the events. Curiosity keeps coming. The question, the conversation. That's a great point, Leslie. We need to stay curious and sometimes ask the hard questions and not let these topics that are affecting our lives just disappear. Bring them to the forefront.
Well, and there's so much coming down the pipe yet we are not in a position to talk about yet, where we will go even deeper with people and provide solutions. And I'm really excited about what's coming down the pipeline. I'm really looking forward to it, because it is really about supporting people and businesses in order to help people and businesses create an appealing life, career, and business.
This is a great comment. The vulnerability issue came out today about men, vulnerability, being given permission to be vulnerable. Sometimes we're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? But we don't really, like one person said, stand back and listen. We don't give them the space to get to vulnerability because we ask for it, but then we clip them off.
Yeah. And it's like that. How are you doing? Fine. People ask, how are you? They don't want to hear how you're really doing. They just want to hear fine. They just want to hear good in order to move that conversation forward for their own agendas. Stopping and saying, how are you really? And opening that up and not saying a word, not fishing, not pushing, just leaving that space and allowing them to step into it and feel that they can really tell you how they really are and know that you're going to be supported. But that takes finding special kinds of people, a special group of people, because not everyone will take that sharing that you've given, that vulnerability that you've given, and care for it and help you. A lot of people will take that and then manipulate you and figure out a way, okay, so how can I sell to them? How can I sell them what I want to sell them now that I know this about them? And that's not what this is. Yes, there's stuff to, there's programs that these speakers offer. There's, I offer programs and the book and all that, but that's not what this is about. This isn't really truly about supporting others in their
especially
journey.
on this subject. And one of them said today, if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't really want to know, don't ask the question, because then you do have to give them the space, give them the respect, and let them put it out and be ready for it. And that's where one of them said, we don't train people in this area. We don't train well for dealing with manly. And again, ladies, we're not talking negative against you or anything else. This is about, we do not do this well. Men to men, family, society, culture. This is an area that we do need to get better at. And that's why this 3-day symposium, we are digging into it deeply. Tomorrow we got, how many speakers coming up tomorrow, Shannon?
2.
2 tomorrow.
2.
And how many on Wednesday?
3.
3. And we would love to have you join us. There's that QR code there. I've kept it up today. And one more comment coming in here. Look at that. Mutual support.
It is. And the thing about tomorrow, and what I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, is we've got 2 great, and even Wednesday, we've got 3 great speakers on Wednesday, we've got 2 great speakers tomorrow, and they're going to be coming and talking about the same question, but with their own answers and their own point of view. Because just because, how to be successful as a man in the 21st century, that's a big topic. And there are lots of variables in that and a lot of verticals. And tomorrow we're going to learn, and this isn't about, hey, we got to be woke, right? I want to make that a point. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that I'm coming in here with this attitude that we need to change men to be more woke. This is about being man, because tomorrow Eric Rogel's going to come in and he talks about going back into what is masculinity. What does it going to take? What do men need? And who are they really at their core DNA? And then move forward. Steve Howard's going to be talking about brain health and how to keep, men's health.
I mean, come different. On. Men think different.
It's like, okay, I'm sure my dad would not go to the hospital nearly as much if it was for or not the hospital, the doctor, nearly as much if it wasn't for my mom, right? Because, health, body, health, mind, we don't really think about that. But then Deepak is coming on Wednesday to talk about how to age young, how to be young as we age. And that's going to be really interesting. And then Marcel is going to be wrapping it up, or talking about it as well, because we already know that you're going to be there talking about your thing, but Marcel's going to be there wrapping it up, and how to be unlimited and go out into the world and be the man that you want to be and find the success that you truly want. So it's a variable. There's just a variety of things going on. And what I was surprised about was that as it started, people started coming in. It's like people were like emailing people, hey, you need to be here. You need to be here. It was just growing.
Well, and will continue to grow. Grab that QR code, register for this, join this, because this is going to be an incredible 3-day event. Again, it's not just about men in the 21st century. It's about mental health of men in the 21st century. It's about relationship of the 21st century. And it's about learning to just admit we don't have our acts all together. And it's okay to be not okay. Come and join us. Register for this. Again, we are having a blast putting on the events. Shannon is the master at wrangling, creating the promotion, the book, all the things that we love going on. And then we kick it off together. And I have a blast hosting, celebrating, navigating the live streaming events. You want to come and join us Monday? What's today? Tuesday, Wednesday. By the way, the replays will be available in that digital book we talk about. So part of the benefit is that book. So Shannon, thank you for dropping by again, Shannon. Thanks for taking the extra time. We already did some time together, but thank you for dropping by. Shannon from Market Appeal, back on 2 p.m. with the Trigger. Hey, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you got that QR code. If not, go to the events. They're on Facebook. They're on LinkedIn. There are other locations. Go to marketappeal.com. Go find that, Market Appeal, and you can join these events. And like we said, we can't give it all away. We got some really cool stuff coming up together. So Rock the Stage Media, Market Appeal Media, coming together to help make things exciting and fun with these amazing symposiums. That's going to do it for today. I do want to remind you, though, coming up really quickly here, that we do have the I Stutter event coming up next week. Mark off the National Stutter Awareness Week. And I got some special 2 p.m. lives coming with some amazing people that still stutter, battle stutter, have overcome stutter, and I stutter myself. And we're going to have a great week revealing it, inspiring people, celebrating it, and making people more aware about what stuttering is, what it's not. And everyone can just relax because we're okay. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. with The Trigger. Have a great day.